Hi my friends, today we are in Mayday Square or Champ-de-Manoeuvres, Place 1er Mai. This is the neighborhood known as Mayday Square, Place 1er Mai, okay? Not very far from the Mustafa Pasha Hospital, not very far from the very city center or the, Central Algiers. Just look at that beautiful palm tree. In fact, I must confess that I only started paying attention to this beautiful palm tree after I started, filming these videos. Now we are going to go to Ain Naadja, to the neighborhood of Ain Naadja, which is one of the neighborhoods. In fact, it's one of the Algiers suburbs. One of Algiers suburbs. So as you can see here, we are headed towards, the exit. You see, we are going to exit this neighborhood in a moment. There is a beautiful park on the right, but I don't know if it's open to the public, if it's still open to the public. I have no idea. And now, okay, we're approaching the Rocade Sud bus station. And there's also a subway station there. But the subway is still closed. We are in April 2021 and the subway is still closed. And now we are going to join the highway. The Northern Bypass Highway or Motorway. La Rocade Nord. Alright, so this is the bus station. Now, it's a Friday, okay, and it's a Ramadan, so don't expect to. It's 5 o'clock in the afternoon, but don't expect to find these streets as empty as they are now on another day, on a work day, or an ordinary work day, okay. So this is the house of the press on my right, okay, the press house, or it's for journalists and newspapers. Now we are approaching the exit. This is the Hasib Bouali Street, one of the longest streets here in Algeria. I mean in Algiers, of course, because I don't know all of Algeria myself. And now we are joining the highway, okay? The Northern Bypass Motorway. There we go. The neighborhood on my right is Belouizdad. It's part of the Belouizdad municipality, Mohammed Belouizdad, and it's named after one of the martyrs of Algeria, Algerian independence. And because highways are empty, some people are, are driving in such a careless way. But it's really a nice thing when you are driving on, on such roads when traffic is so fluid. Now I'm going to show you a shortcut. See that ramp over there? It's a shortcut that directly leads you from, the central part of the city to its eastern part, namely to the neighborhoods of Ruisso and Hussein Day, El Hamma and Hussein Day. There. Now you've got to drive carefully here. The road is a little bit bumpy. Oh, and there is the botanical garden on the right. The botanical garden, okay, Algiers' largest garden. Such a beautiful tropical garden with tropical plants and trees. It has a history of its own, in fact, okay. It was made, or it was created by by the French colonizers or colonial authorities in 1832. There was a marsh there, and they drained it, and then, you know, they created this botanical garden for scientific use. So they imported many trees from tropical countries, and they planted them, they grew them there, and they still exist. There are huge tropical trees there, and if you want to visit a bit of the Amazon forest or any other tropical forest in the world, then you should visit that garden. It also has a zoo, by the way, okay? It's such a beautiful place to visit. Many families go there to visit that place and, you know, sit and relax. And now we're taking this underway. So, you know, it only took me 6 minutes in order to drive from, you know, Mayday Square to this part of the city, where you can see Houssainday over there. All those white buildings are part of the Houssainday neighborhood. So imagine driving from the city center to Houssainday in just 6 minutes. Wow, it's a record for a big city like Algiers. But, you know, such miracles are, you know, a reality when streets are empty. So you can drive like this at night after 9 o'clock. You can drive like this. So now I've just taken the right, and now I'm taking the left in order to join the Les Ain Naadja highway or road. We're headed to Ain Naadja, okay? And well, as I told you, we have a wonderful road network. I really like it, but it's, you know, because there are too many cars here in Algiers, and, you know, public transport isn't very developed. You know, we're still having this chronic problem of traffic jams, and I as a resident of Algiers, try to avoid traffic jams as best as I can, okay? And when I can't avoid them, I'd take public transport, even if I spend hours on buses and trains and streetcars, subways. I prefer that to, you know, driving through traffic jams, because they are, I mean, frankly, you know, unbearable. And, you know, the neighborhood of Les Ain Naadja is on the right. There is a beautiful garden here as well, okay? Visited by people. And you know, it has a fountain, and it has it doesn't have an equipped playground as far as I know for kids, but anyways, it's a good place to relax. And this is the entrance to Garidi, and Garidi is a neighborhood which is part of the Les Ain Naadja municipality. It's a neighborhood made up of apartment complexes. Cuba is on the right. You need to take the right in order to go to Cuba. Now, if you want to go to Binaknoun, then you take the right. But if you want to go to Ain Naadja, you drive straight on. That's what I'm doing here, okay? This is also the road that leads to the international airport, to the Houari Boumediene International Airport. You've got to be careful at this bend, okay? Careful, easy. Just look at how bent it is. The ideal speed here would be 40 kilometers per hour. 50 at most. Now, there we go. This is part of the Benakinoun highway, but it's, you know, in the other way when you drive to the east. And everything you see here, around here is part of the Ain Naadja area. Just look at how empty the roads are, the motorways are. Oh, there is traffic here. I never expected that. I didn't see that coming. But I think that it's because of, you know, road works. They are paving the road, and you know, you've got to be a little bit careful when you don't see the lines on the, you know, on the asphalt. This means that, you know, the asphalt is new, and now yes, they have just scrapped this area in order to pave it again. I hope that the camera isn't shaking too much. So if you want to go to Cuba and Birchadem, you take the right. If you come to go to the airport, you drive straight on. There we go. And of course, if you want to go to Ain Naadja, this isn't the entrance to it. It's that entrance where you see those beige buildings. Beautiful beige buildings that are in fact a landmark of this neighborhood. I think that there are 8 buildings out there. They are beautiful. And I think that they are part of the ADL housing program. It's a public housing program here in Algeria. All right. Should have put a sign, Ain Naadja sign here. See, because this is the entrance to Ain Naadja. There's a stop sign over there. One needs to be careful. And of course, we're gonna stop. Okay. Meet Ain Naadja, the neighborhood of Ain Naadja. So the name Ain Naadja literally means the spring of the ewe, a female sheep, okay? And this neighborhood has been recently developed in a way. It was developed in the last 30 years. It's mostly made of, you know, apartment complexes, many apartment complexes. And now, well, I'm taking the right here, taking the right. It's a huge area, it's a huge neighborhood, and now, you know, I'm just going to show you part of it. As you can see, there are only apartment blocks, apartment complexes, and apartment buildings here. Well, now I'm going to take the left in order to film a little bit more, and then, you know, I'll be leaving this neighborhood. It only took us 14 minutes to come from, you know, Champ-de-Manoeuvres to this neighborhood. It looks nice, it looks, you know, organized. Great. Go ahead. And now, They have everything they need here. Stores, a market, which is behind me, schools, high schools, and it's generally quiet. Okay, and there are also parking lots between the buildings and I mean behind those buildings, and plenty of parking space. There are plenty of parking spots around here, so yeah, it's more or less a good place to live here in Algiers. And okay, yeah, this neighborhood is also serviced by the subway, although the subway station is quite far from here. Yet, you know, it's good for people to walk. All right, so I think that, you know, I've got to turn around, film one last thing before I stop filming, before I end this video. There is a ballroom or a wedding room here. It's very important for people to know where ballrooms are, because, you know, when someone in Algeria invites you to a wedding, then you've got to have an idea where that wedding room, where the wedding is being held, is located. Okay. Some people would include a map in the invitation card to show you where the wedding room is located, but, you know, even with a map, with a printed map, it's kind of, you know, difficult to find the place. Because I live in a neighborhood which is not very far from here, many of my neighbors and even relatives would organize weddings in wedding rooms located here in this neighborhood. And now there is one last thing. All right, so there is a market over there on the left, and yes, there are restaurants here. They are closed because of Ramadan on my right here, and well, I think that they are among the best restaurants here. I mean, here in this neighborhood. Stop sign, got to stop. All right, great. There is a gas station here. So, well, we have reached the end of this video. You've discovered Ain Naadja with me. Well, if you like this video, please click on, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the notifications button in order to receive notifications about any new videos I'll be posting in the future. Take care of yourselves, drive safely, and goodbye.